Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll run it with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
2nd and 8 coming up. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson will throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second and very short, Wilson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Finds a seam inside the 40. Oh, some strong running. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty. It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. Play action. Now Jackson. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown. And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now. It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point safely through, and that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to the turnover differential. Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On second and a yard, Wilson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Wilson. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll be out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Open man right side is Shark. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Wilson will throw again. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Broncos 21, Packers 7. Jack Fox set to kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Play action. It's Jackson. This complete to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw again is Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson over the middle. That's hauled in by Toney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Point after, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. A give to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Mike 18, Mike 18. You ain't going nowhere. 13. 18's the Mike. Silver.
Again, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A long long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go play action now. Jackson. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Jackson. Man open, here is Jones. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And Shark calls it in. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the Jets, and took it all the way.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson steps away to his left. And it's a Packers touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Oh, I think the Packers Packers got it. Young Green Bay football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Well, they're running the jet sweep with Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. They'll roll him out right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Broncos 35, Packers 14.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They go play action now. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again here, Wilson. Finds a seam inside the 40. Breaks through the contact. And down right around the 37. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On first down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Willie Snead, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and through, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Jackson. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Here's Jackson to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
56, Packers 14. Jackets set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.